Hi guys, Kane Harrison here. Welcome to the Nashville Real Estate Show. We're of course at the Lipman Group, Sotheby's International Realty, and we are joined by Chris Strutko. Welcome, mate.
Thank you.
It's great to have you on board, and of course Larry Lipman. Fantastic, Larry, to have you back.
Hi, Kane. Welcome. I'm glad to be back.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, we're going to walk through a fantastic property of yours, which is out in Kingston Springs, and I'll let you walk us through it right now. So, Chris, the property on offer is 736 Mount Pleasant Road, Kingston Springs, Tennessee. And it looks like there's fantastic acreage that comes with this property.
There is, Kane. It's this log home is nestled in just over 11 acres of just gorgeous wooded land. There's a creek that runs in the back. The driveway, you can see it's a nice long private driveway. House is surrounded by gorgeous hickories and dogwoods. There's a rose of Sharon in the back corner, redbud trees.
And it's so hard to believe that this, as I said to you just off camera before, 25 minutes from Nashville. I mean, it's just an incredible piece of property.
If that,
yeah.
if 25 minutes. But so a lot of the pine logs inside the home have been hand hewn. There's just a lot of attention to detail and consideration given when designing the home. The current owner actually designed it. It was built by Pioneer, which is a very reputable company. They built my log home, so I know that they do good work.
Wow.
I love the open flow between the dining and the kitchen and the gathering area. I could just envision family gatherings or great parties.
Absolutely. Thanksgiving would be brilliant in a house like this.
I agree. And this is the master suite. It's tucked down a private hallway. It opens up to its own bathroom.
So is that a sunken tub?
It is, with its own shower handle. The owner told me she wanted a double wide tub, so it seats two.
With that beautiful big window in the bathroom too, with a beautiful outlook.
I love this lofted library niche upstairs. It's naturally lit by an overhead skylight, and just off the library is one of the guest bedrooms, very spacious.
How many bedrooms in total?
Four bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. This is a bathroom that runs between two of the upstairs bedrooms, and there's a heat lamp just off of the shower.
It's a great size home too. I mean, it could actually be a family home, or it could be a second home, being so close to Nashville.
It could be, quite easily. I love this room. The barnwood walls, I think, were a great touch. And this is a little small private bedroom down the hallway. The owner obviously uses it as an office.
Well, the ceilings are high and sloped.
This would be one of my favorite places to be in the afternoon, out there in that screen porch. It would just be absolutely stunning on a summer's afternoon.
It is gorgeous. And with a tin roof, it's a great place to sit when it's raining. This is one of the terraces behind the house. I love the crab orchard flagstone that was used to pave it. It's just gorgeous in the sunlight. This is looking from the rear of the home.
And Chris, you're telling me, I mean, this is basically the next exit past Bellevue, and there's so much happening in Bellevue at the moment. To think you could be surrounded by 11 acres of beautiful Tennessee woods and then be just down the road from Bellevue is unbelievable.
It is. It's a very special place.
What a fantastic property, Chris, and thanks so much for walking it through. The video was pretty extensive, but I know that the owner, she custom built the house, so she added a couple of things like a filtration system for the water.
She did. The video doesn't show the full house basement. There is actually a very expansive basement downstairs, and has a 2-car garage where you can park your cars in tandem. There are just great areas you can put a workshop in. There's a laundry facility downstairs. There's the water filtration system is downstairs. There's a whole nother level to the house that that wasn't even shown in the video. So
Well, we know the best way for you guys to see the rest of that part that didn't get shown was to contact Chris, and of course all of Chris's details are on top of this video just up here, where you can click and then come and see, of course, this house, get in contact with Chris and see a bunch of the other wonderful homes that are offered by the Lipman Group, Sotheby's International Realty. Now, Chris, enough about real estate, mate. I know you've been a bit nervous. This is your first time on here, but let's talk about you a little bit. Are you a Nashville boy? How did you end up in real estate? Let's hear about it.
oh gosh, I'm a Nashville boy now.
Of course, aren't we all?
I grew up in Atlanta, actually. I moved here about 3.5 years ago. Fell in love with Nashville, and I'm afraid that I will never move back to Atlanta. But yeah, I love it here.
Well, I mean, that makes you in a really cool position growing up in Atlanta and seeing how Atlanta kind of burst onto the scene and exploded. Now there's so much conversation about how they don't want Nashville to make the same mistakes.
Right.
And so I imagine you have a pretty good insight into real estate when it comes to, the places that are on the market, buyers coming from outside of Nashville into Nashville. Tell us about the differences between kind of the Atlanta and Nashville market.
Well, it's interesting that you say that. Yes, I got into real estate in 2003, which was right before the crash of 2006.
I know.
And I did see Atlanta in the 90s and the early 2000s experience a very similar just boost of growth the way that Nashville is experiencing now. So when I hear a lot of agents that started their careers in Nashville and have been here for 20 years talk about East Nashville and how it surprises them how these little pockets are experiencing the
growth,
the type of growth, and the home values are increasing at the rate in which they seem to be. It surprises a lot of agents, but for me, it just feels like familiar territory. It's the same type of things that we experienced back in Atlanta. So.
Well, what we usually do is we usually get rid of Chris, but I think this is such a great topic that we're going to keep you around because I want Larry to chime in on this. Larry and Gloria have spoken about these little hubs in Nashville that are kind of bubbling to the surface. The Nations, which is just going crazy. I went and had some dinner there the other night with my beautiful wife. Never would I have thought 3 years ago I'd be sitting in the Nations having a beautiful meal. Bordeaux is another place that's bubbling to the surface.
It's beginning to bubble.
It's beginning to bubble. But Larry, this is the chance for people to get in on these areas. And of course, you guys have the wealth of information on them.
Well, the information that we have, it's right at our fingertips. And the areas that you just mentioned, it's even surprising to me that these areas have taken off, and Bordeaux is one that's beginning to take off. And if you go over into East Nashville, Inglewood is beginning to take off. It's just the areas that are doing well now, the areas next to them are going to be the next areas to take off.
Yeah, it's incredible. We've got some friends who have just actually bought in Inglewood. And again, I mean, 5 years ago, you probably would not have done that. But this wonderful thing of these people moving into these areas, people having the courage to start businesses in these areas, and then this massive growth. So, Chris, as I said, we've so enjoyed having you on the show.
Thank you.
What else do you do, man? It's not just all about real estate.
Well, real estate is my passion, but how I unwind is music. Music is what brought me to Nashville, and it's it provides a nice little escape for me. So between music and being involved in the community, I live in Whites Creek, and a lot of attention has been given to Whites Creek with the planning and the way that Nashville is growing. I've been very involved in listening and paying attention to what my neighbors are saying that they want to happen up there, and so it's an exciting part of town to live in because I could see 5 years from now it could be the next, I hate to say the next Franklin, but there's just nice, expansive private areas that people are trying to keep that rural private feel.
Let's say the next leap is Fork, maybe. We go along that line. That's
what I was trying to think
ways.
of, yeah.
So, mate, just finishing in, and as I said, we've so much enjoyed having you on here. What brought you to the Lipman Group? And tell us what it's like to be under this fantastic umbrella that is Sotheby's International Realty, and to rub shoulders with one of the greats in real estate, Larry Lipman.
Oh gosh, it's such an honor. It's such an honor to be here. I had spent the first 9 years of my real estate career as an assistant to a real estate agent, and I did all of her, pulled all her comps. I ran all the reports and typed up all of her contracts and did all the research that an agent would need to do. So when I moved to Nashville, I was given the opportunity to either go back into an assisting role or embark in my own career path. And so I thought I probably have spent enough time assisting agents, and I had the opportunity to interview with Larry, and I had been made familiar with Sotheby's back in 2003. I had a friend who was a broker for Sotheby's down in Savannah, and it just the excellence and the attention to detail that the Sotheby's name gives to their clients, and the pride that they take in providing excellent service just really appealed to me. So when Larry offered me the chance to work with his firm, I thought there's no other place I'd rather be.
Well, I think you've landed firmly on your feet in the best firm in Nashville by far, and to sit next to this wonderful man and learn from him, you'll go long, long way in the Nashville real estate market. Mate, we've so enjoyed having you on the show. As I said, I know you've been a little bit nervous. It was your first time. But of course, don't forget, if you want more information about that wonderful house that we did show, and that Chris is obviously the agent for, then you can indeed contact Chris, and we'll have his information on the screen, or you can contact anyone at Sotheby's International Real Estate, the Lipman Group, and they'll put you in contact with Chris, or of course they'll make themselves available if you need to list something, or of course if you're looking for your own property, be it your primary home or something like Chris's, which could be both. So Chris, we've so enjoyed having you on the program, and we'll be back. I think Gloria's going to stick her head in, and we'll find out what she's up to before she trips around the countryside to the rest of the Sotheby's International Realty Groups to learn more, to bring back to this table to teach you. We'll see you soon. Hi guys, welcome back to the Nashville Real Estate Show. I am Kane Harrison. We've just enjoyed having Chris walk us through a fantastic property out there in Kingston Springs. Of course, don't forget you can find all of Chris's information just above here. It's written somewhere up there, I know it. We are joined by Larry, who's stuck around. Larry, thanks so much for joining us again.
My pleasure.
And of course, Gloria Exum.
Good morning.
Just about my co-host. You're in on every single one, which I so much enjoy. Now, Gloria, again, we mentioned this a little bit last time. You're about to jump in a car with Stephanie, the marketing director, and trip off around the countryside to bring us back a wealth of information that we can share with our viewers at home. Just give us a quick update on that.
Absolutely, Kane. We are fortunate to be part of the Sotheby's International umbrella, where we have multiple offices all over the United States and over 69 countries. And so part of the advantage of being a part of this company is the opportunity to network with our other offices. So we're getting ready to visit Louisville, Indianapolis, and Chicago all in 3 days.
I know it, and I said, you know, these two wonderful women are fantastic and treat us so well when we come in here and just burst the doors down and demand that they quickly get onto camera, and they always do a great job. And I said they're going to have a ball while they're away, the best time ever. And they both assured me that they're going to be so busy, Larry, that they'll be on point wherever they go, so we can rely on
And I actually believe them. I mean, just driving to those 3 cities is going to take a little time.
It absolutely
But
will.
something tells me they will be talking up a storm.
They'll get a little fun in there, I know, and I hope that they do. You both deserve it. Hey, we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to your hearts and now mine as a client of the Lipman Group and Sotheby's International Realty, but just how you guys care so much about your clients. I know every realtor wants the deal, they want it closed, and they want to move on to the next one, but you guys do something that makes people feel incredibly special, and I know that this is, not a learnt behaviour. It's who you guys are, and it's who you hire and allow to come in under this umbrella. But talk about how special and how important it is for your realtors and yourselves to have that approach with your clients.
Well, we believe in developing relationships. We want to know about our clients. We want to know what's important to them, what's their wants, and what's their needs. And we will go the extra mile to do that. Relationship is what it's all about. And I'm a believer, and so is Gloria and my company. I want our customers, our clients, to feel safe and to feel comfortable with who and what they are working with.
And Gloria, I know you've shared many experiences. One, we're actually going to get hopefully the lady to come in and tell us a little about her experience. But she had an interesting experience. Obviously, she had, I think she'd lost her husband, and you helped her like from selling her property right through to moving into a new one. And I know there's probably a lot of realtors out there that say, I do that too. But I guarantee you don't do it like Gloria does. But you've got lots of stories like that, and it's certainly important to you.
Well, and I appreciate you bringing that up. And that was just one particular recent situation where never planned on really making a move out of that property, and then had a sudden life change. And we hear that, unfortunately, quite often, where something may just happen in life unexpectedly and people need to make a move. And when they're under that duress and they have that stress, it really does make a huge impact in their life for them to know they don't have to worry about the real estate, every detail of the process, that they have someone that genuinely cares about them, and that we're going to do everything we can to take that stress off of them. I had a situation several years back where one of my clients, they lost their parents, and they were dealing with the estate, and we met one time in the home and developed a game plan, and they never had to walk back in the property again. I mean, we were able to clean the home out and just give them peace of mind that they didn't have to do that process alone, and just made it a really stress-free transaction for them.
I think that's a fantastic point. We always talk about the excitement about purchasing a new property, but there's this emotional attachment to the old one as well. And of course, we always like to move forward to the exciting new. But for someone who is selling their home, I mean, they go through a lot too, having that the detachment of their kids growing up and all that sort of thing. Any stories about that sort of stuff, Larry?
I can't think of one in particular, but generally speaking, people are attached to their homes, whether they've been in their home for 5 years or for 30 years. And in many cases, it's hard for them to leave it. It just depends on the set of circumstances and as to why they decide to leave. And sometimes it's just because they're ready to make a change.
And Kane, we have a huge growing baby boomer population that are starting to make transitions, and some of the families that are out there in that process right now, they've been in their homes many years, and now they're having to scale down and make that move, and it is emotional, and it does take a little bit longer for them to go through that process of making the decision. So just having someone that can be understanding, and I tell our sales agents every day, we are a counselor to our clients. We are there to advise them, but to also, just really listen and understand what's at the core of their move, because there is an emotional center to the move.
Yeah, and
always.
I think it's so important. I mean, Larry, the business has been around over 20 years. I mean, so you're probably friends with parents and now selling or buying homes for their kids, and it's a generational thing, and they can really rely on getting, you or what you've trained your staff.
Well, I find it an honor when it happens, a situation where I'm working with one of their children.
Yeah.
And I'm going to treat them just like I would my own children. And develop a relationship with them and find out what is it that really excites them about what they're looking for.
Yeah, and Larry and I were just talking about this off camera. I mean, also the people who are out of town, anyone who's out of town that's watching this, that's thinking about coming to Nashville, Larry set aside 4 days, I think, Larry, to personally show his client around to the different homes, and then they have to jet set back to where they're going. So if you're watching this outside of Nashville, don't forget that they can organise that for you too, and I guarantee you'll develop not only a great working business relationship, but a friendship with everyone at the Lipman Group and Sotheby's International Realty. Gloria, we're going to miss you for the next couple of days, but we wish you the best of luck, and you better come back with a bunch of information and hopefully some singing voice left, because I imagine you two are going to be having a bit of a sing-song on the old road trip. Is that true?
We definitely
we
may
might.
do
I've
that.
got no
That's
idea.
some bonding that
Some
may
bonding.
happen. But not only are we looking to bring back great information for our agents and our inner office staff, but also things that we can implement with our agents to help them assist the clients out in the field and make it even better.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much again, Larry. Been fantastic. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. We'll see you again next week. And of course, Gloria, you'll be back next week. So we look forward to that. And we'll see you guys again next week on the Nashville Real Estate Show. Don't forget, all the information is just above our heads. You can click on any of those links and you'll be taken through to the website. And of course, to get in contact with any one of the agents here, especially Larry and Gloria, who will be here to assist you. We've so enjoyed having you on the program, and we've enjoyed being on the program. And we'll see you next week.